everybody to the final round of the Serpent's Open tournament. At the very least for 2021 and probably for the foreseeable future. It's kind of weird to say that, but we still have a lot of games, or rather a lot of tournaments, and a lot of Subcom left. So don't fret. We are on round 5 of the November Serpent's Open to really see who is going to win this one. I think both these players still have a chance, although maybe a little bit harder for one of them. Anyway, I'm joined by Spiff once again. And Spiff, will you please introduce one of our players?
All right. Thank you, Nite. We'll start down here on the south side of Mirror Island. Spawning in as the yellow Cybern commander, it is SoulRipper 77. And he has started off with a quick air factory here. And we'll see what he follows that up with. No real indication just yet. But Nite, what is going on the other side of the map?
As we follow FoxTermelon's view, we see... Oh, wait. SoulRipper's view. We see what FoxTermelon is up to. His opponent spawning in the top right of Mirror Island. He is our white AM commander opening up with a double air factory opening, and we'll see what SoulRipper decides to do. I honestly think a transition into adapters wouldn't be terrible here, like he did against Polar, but instead he's going to throw down a research station. And it looks like he's going to expand over there on the right-hand side as well. And that's a little bit of a difference than what we've seen against, obviously, cruisers, which in this case I think it's actually pretty good. Pretty good. And I like the maps for SoulRipper. I honestly am a little confused why FoxTermelon banned Desolation. I think it's actually a pretty good map for Aeon against Cybern. And the SoulRipper banned Emerald Crater, which I actually think, I don't know. I feel like Cybern is meh on that map, but always a possibility. But I do think FoxTermelon specifically is favored over SoulRipper on that map. But on this map, I think it's a toss-up. We've seen SoulRipper play some really, really exciting games on this one and win against really, really good players. So we'll definitely see how this goes. He's setting up really, really nicely, expanding like crazy. And FoxTermelon is expanding like crazy also, which is a little new. And normally when we see Fox open up with air, he doesn't really do well with it. But we'll see what happens here.
Radar installation going down for SoulRipper. So he's going to be able to keep track of these planes. But he doesn't want to lose this one here. I don't know what that plane is doing out there.
He's scouting.
Yeah, he's trying to sneak by. Maybe not.
He was, but then he changed his mind, but he should have just kept going, I think. Also, he abandoned his main base. Oh, he's just going to throw up a shield and anti-air on it. Okay. I see. Where's his commander, by the way? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't like this opening now. It's so weird.
The first research station, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the second one, now I'm like, oh, I don't know. That's a lot of mass tied up in things that don't shoot at all.
I hope this mass extractor is control K. No, SoulRipper. Come on, you had way more enough time. And I don't think that's enough anti-air, to be completely honest, against what we're seeing here. Radar is also going to fall. You always have to think through your positioning. Like, that radar is just completely left. I don't know what that ping is.
The air tower is shooting the ledge instead of the fighters.
Yeah. SoulRipper, you done goofed.
Well, I mean, it still is going to take out a couple of planes. It's just not nearly as effective as it could have been, like, a few pixels away.
Yeah, not bad. What is FoxTermelon doing? FoxTermelon is still expanding, which I like. I like that a lot. And SoulRipper is going to get finally his scout off. And we'll see what he decides to do. I think FoxTermelon should probably push with his ACU into the right-hand side there.
Well, SoulRipper's pushing out with a land factory here onto the right-hand side, so it looks like that's where most of the fight is going to be concentrated going forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have liked to see an engineer come out of that air factory and maybe build an additional anti-air. Or just use the one you have over there on the right-hand side. It's completely exposed. SoulRipper. I think SoulRipper is falling asleep here. Okay, finally moving his engineer. Yeah, that anti-air tower is not going to do, or anti-air upgrade on the factory is not going to do much here. Which is why we really needed a... And there we go again. I think this might be a problem for FoxTermelon. Again, he's prioritizing mass extractors when there are two targets that he should probably be targeting over that. And that's the engineer, but the more important one is the air factory.
I don't know about the air factory. I don't think he really has enough bombers to get through the shield effectively. But I definitely agree with you on the engineer. If he had targeted that down, then it would have really slowed down the defense on this side.
Yeah, and he didn't really have to target it with all the planes he had. He could just split off like 4 units, which at this point he has an upgrade on his Weedaboff, so it's really only, what is it, 4 or 5 to go on engineer. So, yeah, I mean... And all of this is also allowing SoulRipper to push out here on the right-hand side. FoxTermelon has no idea he was building a radar. He's still building a radar, but that's going to go down. Yes, the overlay is wrong, guys. SoulRipper is Cybern. I'm happy you guys figured that out. That's a hard thing to figure out, you know, with adapters and all. But yeah, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Don't worry. Not the first time Nite Misfortune messes up an overlay. Wow, those adapters are not doing a whole of a great job.
Well, shields on those planes, pretty effective.
Yep.
Gonna need a lot more adapters than that to break through. Fox now has a couple of research stations and a whole bunch of land factories queued up in his main base.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
actually, I think I like that positioning better than I like SoulRipper's factories out on the map.
I think given the situation that he didn't really know that SoulRipper was pushing out on the right-hand side, I think it's definitely a good thing. Letting SoulRipper capture his mass extractor is not, though. But yeah, given the current situation on the map, I think, yeah, putting down as much as you can there is probably fine. But also the Cobras and adapters are going to be really good, especially because FoxTermelon is not really producing air anymore. Still concerned about this left-hand side base for SoulRipper. There isn't really that much anti-air here. And flares are probably going to come up here pretty soon, if not already there. Nope, no flares.
I don't know, though, because Fox is switching into land, so I don't know if he's going to spend the research on flares if he doesn't absolutely need them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think SoulRipper is in a really good position here. I really don't understand the decision to stop air from FoxTermelon. Well,
it's just a hard land switch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense with so many adapters out in the field. SoulRipper really has to realize that this is happening, honestly. There will be some issues if he doesn't. We need a radar. We need a radar, Soul.
Or an intel tower on the factory.
Yeah, that would be fine too. As it stands, though, right now, I think we're just gonna have these tanks come out and obliterate everything. Point defense is being built, though, so that's good.
That'll be enough to turn away this wave of tanks, at least.
I don't know what Fox's planes are doing. That was an overkill. Oh, poor factory.
And this is why I don't like SoulRipper's factories out on the map as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this one that's like right outside his base, okay. And then these two up here, well, there's two of them, so that's better than one, and that's going to be a more defensible position. But this one that was just kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, it's like, how are you going to defend that?
I really hope he starts control K'ing these mass extractors. There's still no ground firing units for SoulRipper. I'm a little concerned about that.
All right, he does manage to get the control K that time.
Oh, nano. Nice. This is like, I feel like this is a nuclear type build. We're missing PDs. PDs would be really cool here, honestly. If SoulRipper goes PDs, I'm gonna flip. Gonna flip some tables.
What he really needs here is those Cobras to be on a different control group and focus firing on the point defense.
Yeah. Micro could definitely be a little better. And so can the British accent.
That was supposed to be a British accent?
Yeah, what do you think it was supposed to be?
Well, not received pronunciation, I'll tell you that.
You know, I think SoulRipper is in trouble here unless these bombers do a lot of damage against this clump that he needs to spread. Does spread. And, yeah. Maybe only 3 adapters go down there.
And there's still quite a few planes left, but I don't think that was a terrible trade for SoulRipper. Electroshock comes out, and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but stacked up like that, it does drain the commander's health pretty quick.
SoulRipper, you did it again.
And surprise tech switch.
Again, SoulRipper oversteps when he was just about to win the game. But nevertheless, well done by FoxTermelon. Really interesting game. Some crazy shenanigans. But we're going to go ahead and jump into game 2. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Serpent's Open November. We are back with Game 2 of this Round 5 match. This is Spiff joining Nite of Misfortune. And Nite, why don't you go ahead and introduce our first player?
All right, well, the overlay is going to be updated in a moment. On the left-hand side, we have our white AN commander opening up again with a research station. It is FoxTermelon. And who's his opponent?
On the other side of the map, spawning in once again as the yellow Cybran commander, it is SoulRipper 77, who is also opting to go for a research station. So, interesting.
And a line of research stations, Spiff.
Well, of course. And both of them then going to follow that up with land factories.
Yeah, well, I think that's the right choice from both players, or whenever you open up one land and you're not really quite sure what your opponent is doing. I feel like that's right, especially from the Cybran. I don't know about the Aeon.
I think Soul's doing the Amayoba build.
Oh. Yeah, I think you're right.
I mean, it could be a lot of different things, but one of the things it could be is the Amayoba build.
Yeah, we'll see if he places down a 3rd factory. Then we'll know it's probably a death ball. But, yeah, we'll see. Meanwhile, FoxTermelon is making his way forward with 1 land factory. And we see his customary FoxTermelon research station up in the front to kind of hide the fact that he isn't really building as much.
He's metagaming.
Yeah.
It's just the meta, man.
Well, I actually don't see it done too often. I did like what Osmos tried to do on this map. It's just, I feel like if he was walking into air, it's difficult either way. Like if there's bombers, then it's the same thing as gunships pretty much. Yeah, SoulRipper is going to plop down a radar and then probably going to decide if he wants to go Mega or a third land factory. Although I don't know if there's going to be necessarily a whole lot of information from him to go off on. So I think the safer choice is just to maybe... I don't know. I actually don't know what the safer choice would be.
Well, one thing that's not particularly safe is going Brackman here because he doesn't have any indication that there's going to be a ball of land units on the other side yet. I mean, I suppose he hasn't gotten scouted by air, so he's fairly certain it's not air, but still. We saw earlier with Fox, it could still be air.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, now
Yeah.
that radar's up, he sees at least a few land units here, I think, so.
Yeah, which is why I think going another land factory is just safer. Third land factory going down for FoxTermelon. So honestly, really surprised that he's beating SoulRipper to that, because I would imagine SoulRipper went build cost, build time.
In Nite.
Yeah.
Do you see what I see?
Do I see what you see? Probably not. What?
I see some bots that shot. So some shot bots, if you will.
Ah, nice. Interesting.
Yeah, so far Fox is just keeping those in reserve. He's not pushing them forward with his tanks and engineer. I think he's just trying to get an idea of what exactly he's up against. He hasn't really seen, at least I haven't noticed any of these Brackman taking a shot yet. So I don't think, I mean, unless Fox is paying real close attention to their move speed, he's not going to necessarily know that these are Brackman and not loyalists.
Yeah, but they could also be keeping pace with the commander without a control move. So it could be loyalists still. But I also think that Soul shouldn't be pushing out this far up. There's not really a reason for it. I mean, he's never gonna push this out against FoxTermelon, especially with just Brackman, no matter if there are Shadjas or no Shadjas, it just doesn't matter. Now he knows the Shadjas and he's gonna fall back. Should be able to get out of here pretty easily because of Brackman. Or not, because the Brackman apparently are focusing down the commander.
Well, if the commander stands in the middle of all the tanks, that's not so bad for SoulRipper.
Yeah, SoulRipper is trying to get those Brackman to fire on the Shadjas. Not quite working out. But is interesting to see nevertheless. And we're going to transition into a PD push. Wonderful!
Notches and PDs.
So
It's
nasty.
a classic.
Yeah, so nasty. And yeah, now SoulRipper is probably really glad he went that third land factory, because his only chance now is Cobras.
Yeah, he needs them like right now.
Yep. Gonna try point defenses of his own. Of course, you could try adapters and point defenses as well. That wouldn't be terrible.
We do have Cobras rolling out here, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, just play defensively from here. Try maybe grab another land factory. Ooh, nice connections. Nice connections from SoulRipper. That's really good. FoxTermelon is going to heal those tanks, though. That's good for him as well.
Yeah, another 2 connections like that would have been game-changing.
Yeah. Ooh, Cobra's connecting with Shadjas. Nice. And the shield is going to come up here. There is a radar upgrade on that factory as well, because FoxTermelon still has no radar. Let's see if he's going to pull a vanity and have double radar.
That is a lot of Brackman. Although I did see there are now loyalists being mixed in as well.
So what's
and
the
of course those Cobras.
What's the plan here from SoulRipper? Are we gonna go into Nano again because there's another research station? I don't I mean, I guess that could work, but there's just so many shotges. It's so easy to mess up. I just feel like he's gonna overstep again. Oh my god! Get out of here, FoxTermelon. I do not approve of this savagery. Uh,
I mean, it's a pretty good strat on this map since one shield takes up pretty like almost uh the entire choke point.
yeah, SoulRipper is responding appropriately though. I feel like he's I don't think he knows that these are shields, obviously, but he is taking the time to build some more research stations, and I think that's kind of a right move here. And I don't know, maybe he can push this. The one thing that FoxTermelon is doing is that he's setting up in the choke point, and that's it's not necessarily good against this many Brackman and things. So many mobile missile launchers. Hate it, Spiff. I hate it.
Yeah. Point defense for SoulRipper is dead. Adapter's now coming out as well. You're gonna need a lot more adapters than that, though.
Yeah, and at this point, I almost feel like going adapters is kind of bad.
I think like 3 more factories, then start spamming adapters. Losing that factory on the front is very painful for Soul.
Yeah.
He is managing to suck up the mass, so that won't be free resources for Fox, but that also gives SoulRipper a lot less room to work here.
Yeah, I mean, Fox did waste a lot of mass into point defenses and shield generators, but the problem is like Soul didn't really do anything with that time that FoxTermelon gave him. He really should be taking these mobile missile launchers out. Soul. FoxTermelon should not be allowed to be getting free mass extractors. SoulRipper. Why?
Fox is being really cautious with these shotjes.
Yeah, I don't know what his play is. I mean, it's clearly not teleport. And he's not.
Well, you know,
really
the shotjes are kind of expensive, so he just wants to keep them alive.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like this spot for FoxTermelon is not great. It's just those PDs and so much AoE, or not AoE, but DPS.
Well, he's doubling down on the PDs.
Yeah, it's gonna be Nano, by the way.
I mean, has Soul seen these shields? Because Nano's not great versus shields.
Yeah. It is good against Shajas, though. So if he does manage a way to find a way to engage these Shajas when they're pushing out like that, that could be pretty nice.
Yeah, but between the shotjes getting a volley off and the point defenses, that commander's going to die pretty quick.
Yeah.
So unless Soul can find a really good timing or an opening. But again, Fox is being really cautious with these shotjes and not really letting them get too far forward at all.
Oh, SoulRipper, you gotta be way more careful here. You can't be walking into PDs like that. It's still firing on his commander. SoulRipper. The tragedy of Darth Soul. Today, man. I feel so bad for SoulRipper, man. Today has just been like he's been winning most of his matches, and he just walks into some random shit and dies.
Well, you know, sometimes these games are a test of endurance.
Yeah. Yeah, and at this point, I think teleport is gonna seal the deal here. Because what do we do? Like, what do we do as Cybern here? We can't really approach that point anymore. Maybe, actually, maybe recyclers. Maybe this is the time to go recyclers and try to reclaim
Mm,
those point defenses and shields.
well, I think recyclers would be great in a situation like this in a team game, but as we saw before, recyclers can easily be tech switched to counter it.
I don't know. I mean, what is an Aeon gonna do against a recycler in this point? Like, we're still a little off from teleport.
What is an AN going to do? They're going to wait for teleport and then teleport right on top of it.
Yeah, but the idea is we would have gone a little earlier into recyclers. Like, we could have had recyclers by like 11th minute. And then he can't really push out against our blob either.
I don't know. I think recyclers are a tough sell. I think really the best options that Cybern has in this situation are going to be uh, either sit back and hope that you can get 3 megas out, 4 megas out, and survive until then, because then maybe you can break through these shields. You could try to go for just a huge blob of MMLs, not great versus Aeon. Or I think the last option is to go into structures and play defensive, get artillery. Unfortunately, SoulRipper was not able to do any of those things, and the telesnipe does come in to take him out.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Hard to deal with that as a Cybern if you let it be set up like that. I mean, there's almost nothing you can do, which is why I think Recycler's probably been the one thing that he could have done. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and pull up the standings and see if we can make any inferences from that. I'm pretty sure FoxTermelon has won, though. Give me one moment. All right. So let's refresh here. Well, actually, let's update the score first. Yeah, I think we'll be able to make some inferences here. All right, so FoxTermelon 1-2-0. We only have one match really left, but FoxTermelon is sitting at a score of 4.5. The last match we have is Vanity and Osmos, and both of those are probably not. Yeah, they can't catch up. Both of them have 2.5. So FoxTermelon has won based on the score, the points that he's gotten, and that makes it very interesting because that Fox already qualified from the league, and he also qualified. Did he win one of the? Did he win one of the Serpent's Opens? Let me check that really quick. I think he did, though. I think he won the last one. But yeah, in any case, congratulations to FoxTermelon for winning that one. And also, I mean, Fortuna did pretty well here as well. So that's definitely very, very nice for him. No, SoulRipper won the last one. Then FoxTermelon must have won number 7. Yeah, he won number 7. So he qualified from the league. He qualified from 2 of the Serpent's Opens. So that means there's 2 additional spots for people from points to come in and play. So we're gonna have an exciting season final. I can't wait for that. It's going to start actually next weekend on Saturday. It's going to be round 1. We're going to have a draw for that on the Wednesday. And then the final of the final will be 2 weeks from now. I believe that's December 4th. So you don't want to miss that. And then, of course, we have the invitationals on the 18th and 19th. So a lot of Supreme Commander going on. As for the Serpent's Open, though, this has been the last time me and Spiffy Boy will be casting them, and yeah, we had a good time, didn't we, Spiff? Did you enjoy the games today?
Yeah, we had some really good games today.
Yeah, absolutely. A shame that Polar Bear had to leave, but I don't think he could have won because he didn't have. He had some ties, I think, versus some. Oh, he had a bye round too. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know why that happened. And then, oh no, I'm looking at the wrong bracket. Sorry, guys. But yeah, anyway, good job to everybody. Thank you, everybody, for playing. It's been really, really fun. And I will see you next weekend for the fall season final. And that is going to be pretty exciting. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you very, very shortly. If you're still watching, give a thumbs up to this video. If you liked the video, leave a comment. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you are blown away by it, check out my Patreon page. This has been Nite. Take care and peace out.